everyone. Are we feeling energetic today? Because I definitely am. And this opportunity is something that I wanted for a very long time. But before I begin, let me just quickly introduce myself once again. So, my name is Asmita Chakraborty, and some of you might know me as Miss India Tourism or perhaps a jury member for Miss Universe India. Many of you may or may not know that I am actually an architect, a fully practicing and a licensed one as well. And a lot of you may not know me at all, which is fair, but I just want to make sure that by the end of today's talk, you at least remember a few things that I say, if not me. So, I have always been a stage person and I've done many shows, many pageants, but this feels very nerve wracking. Like, literally, I was shaking before I entered and I came here. But today, I want to take you through a journey back from a time in my life when I was completely lost. I did not know what was ahead of me. The times were very uncertain. But slowly and gradually, I realized that that point of my life was something which I called the shunya, the absolute blank slate, when I did not know what was lying ahead. But it is from that point of time that I realized it would form the foundation of my transformation. Transformation, and also the path which showed me how to find the infinity of boundless possibilities, which has made me stand here today. And along this journey, I also learned a very important and a valuable lesson, which I definitely want to share with all of you today because I feel that you will resonate with it. So, first, I'll just give you a quick glimpse into my past. I come from a humble Bengali family with a very strong academic background. I spent the early years of my childhood in the Middle East, in a country called Yemen. And as the only Indian child there, a lot of people and other children would make me feel like I did not belong there. I felt very different, and this difference eventually made me feel like I was invisible. And I was not someone who was fitting there. Also, I was raised with the belief that excellence was the ultimate measure of one's worth. Now, I always excelled in what others defined as success. Call it marks, grades, academic achievements, I had everything. But there was always this one thing which I longed for. And eventually, my parents introduced me to performing arts. So, Bharatnatyam, Indian vocal music, fine arts, and I started loving performing on stage. And the stage became my best friend. But I was still under this dark side of chasing perfection. I don't know for what. So, as a young child, I always took decisions which felt safe and stable. Let me just give you a quick example. So, I pursued science, I took up PCMB, I got a 95% in my board examinations. I felt I had not accomplished anything. I got an All India rank of 887 in JEE Mains for Architecture. I entered a reputed government college, but I still feel I did not accomplish anything. So, when would I feel that I accomplished something? And then I realized that I was drawn to fashion and pageantry, but I would always wonder, could I be both? Could I be an architect and a model? And this answer did not come to me very easily because I came from a family which had no connections with industry. Now, when I was entering the industry, my mother gave me this very beautiful advice, which I always keep very close to myself. She told me that, fly as high, explore your horizons, but don't let it compromise the image that you have spent so many years building. So do not let it ruin your reputation because it takes years of hard work to build that image, but only one wrong step and it can tarnish it. So you just be rooted and stay connected to your roots. Now, at that point of time, I did not understand what exactly did she mean by the word image. We all hear this very often that image, we watch dramas and the negative character goes like, how dare you point a finger at my image? And we're like, okay, we hear this often, but what exactly does it mean? Now, I did not realize the significance of this word image till I faced failure firsthand. My first Miss India auditions, forget about being selected, the judges didn't even look at me. And I realized that I did have talent, but I did not know how to stand out. Now, I had always worked on my academics, but I did not think how to present myself beyond my academic self and my intellect. So that day, I learned a very harsh but a very valuable lesson about perception and presence. This management of our image, or image management as we call it professionally, is something which is often misunderstood because people feel it's about the way you look or the way you dress up. But honestly, it's about the way you present yourself to the world. It has got to do with the values, the passion, and the ethics that you want to display and project out to the world. So I feel that your image is actually a direct reflection of how you think about yourself. Like I said, my first audition, disaster. I felt very demotivated, but also it was a turning point because I realized that while I was a good speaker, I did not know how to make that impact. And honestly, today I can tell you what exactly went wrong. I had basically mugged up some lines about myself just as a random topper would do. And I went up on the stage and I just said it because I had to. And I did not feel any connection to what I said, basically. And if I didn't feel any connection to what I was saying, how would the audience sitting in front of me would connect with it? So that failure was a turning point and it taught me many important things. Now imagine it this way. You enter a room and you have different products lined up on a storage and you need to pick one, but all those products are identical. No labels, no unique qualities. Which one would you choose? You wouldn't, right? Because that is exactly what happens when you don't have your own strong personal brand. So, for the next audition, when I went, I focused on three crucial things. The first was my appearance, not my looks, but my presence. I had to be present there. My behavior. Now, behavior doesn't mean that I was a badly behaved child, but I had to work on my etiquettes. How do I walk into the room? And finally, my communication, because I had to ensure that the audience could relate to what I was saying. So after working on these three things, I basically did not change myself, but I just refined myself and who I was by working and enhancing on my strengths. Nobody is asking you to fake it. You have to portray what you have naturally, and it has to come that way. I also started using social media as a tool to enhance my personal brand and create content that would resonate with the audience. And in 2021, I finally was crowned as Miss Tourism India. That was a very long process and we had to work very hard for it. And during our training, we would often be told that be the best version of yourselves because you are representing your brand. Now, unlike modeling, where we are basically, showcasing what the designer is trying to sell, pageantry is about yourself. It's about showcasing what skills you have got as a person. And then, finally, after a lot of more training, I was preparing for my international pageant for Miss Tourism World in China. Now, this time, all the designers who had initially refused to work with me, people who had rejected me, they were coming up to me and working with me. And also, I had the privilege of, holding my title for 3 years due to COVID. And over the time, I got a lot of opportunities, which was truly a defining moment in my life. But when preparing for Miss Tourism World, I was again told something which was very unique. They said, this time you're not representing yourself, but you are the brand ambassador of your country. So, whatever behavior you portray there, that basically symbolizes how India is and what are our values in our culture. So, with all that pressure, I go to China in 2023 and represent India among 65 nations. And I win the Best Talent Award for India. And I also come up with a lot of good memories because every person there who met me, they said that they'll definitely visit India because of the way I presented myself and my country. Now, here's a little quick fact. Since a lot of you have a lot of idea about how management, marketing, and branding works in today's time, As someone who pushes, young people to create their own personal brand or image or personality, I can say that branding is not just for businesses. It's for any individual or any leader who wants to have an impact. So basically, it doesn't really matter if you're an entrepreneur or an artist or a beauty queen or a CEO. If you want to be unforgettable, you need to have a brand. Now, a few things which are very crucial in today's time is that attention has become the new currency. If you're not compelling enough, you will be lost in the noise. Because, as beauty queens, we pass on our crown to our successors every year. So, what do we do so that the former queens are remembered? We need to have a story, we need to have some work, we need to have a brand which makes people remember us. The second thing is that trust is built on perception because people nowadays only buy stories, credibility, and connection, and not just talent. So, the moment you have your own strong brand, opportunities are bound to follow. Now, what do we do so that we stand apart? We need to be very authentic to what we are thinking. We need to define our core identity. At the same time, we have to be visible and, show up at meaningful places. We need to know the essence of what we are saying and also make people feel something. That emotional connect is very important. And finally, for evolving, you need to stay authentic. As my mother had said, that, keep connected to your roots. So, when I started my journey, a lot of people told me many things that I am not tall enough, or maybe skinny enough, or sharp enough to become a model. But eventually, I broke free from all of those expectations. I read this very beautiful quote somewhere that the most powerful relationship that you have is the one with yourself. So, this title for me was not about the crown or the title, but it was about owning my story, my voice, and my power. Your own personal brand will open up opportunities for you, which qualifications alone cannot. So, today I will leave you here with this question. What story are you trying to tell to the world? What story is your brand telling? Because it's not just any label, but I would say it's your superpower. So embrace transformation, move forward, and just shape the image that you want everyone to see because opportunities will definitely follow. Thank you so much, everyone. This was Asmita Chakraborty, still evolving, still transforming. Thank you.